That was cute how you like said that we like, oh, let's go bowling. It really didn't go down like that. This is not part of my set, but this is how it went down. We were arguing, and I needed some space. We live in Hyde Park, right? So I was like, make some point up north. And then she's like, I'm coming with you. What are you gonna do up north? Bitch, we're going bowling. There we go. I hate the mask. Round of applause if you hate wearing masks. The thing about wearing masks, right, is that we're so accustomed to it now that people who shouldn't be wearing masks are wearing masks. I came out of Walgreens yesterday. I was like, you know what, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna get this homeless person $1. This nigga had a mask on and told me to put my mask on and go get $1. I was like, you got a syringe in your wrist and bed bugs on your mask. You don't have the audacity to tell me whatever. This comment earlier talked about his mom beating his ass in the car. Again, it's not part of my set. I just thought about it right now. That was like the best time for me to talk shit to my mother is in the car. My mother hates when you smack your lips when she talks to you. She hates that. That was the only time I get to do it is in the car. So I remember me and my sister were driving, my mother was driving, me and my sister in the back, and she had said something. I'm like, shit, what the fuck? And she instantly turned retarded, right? So my sister looks over me and says, Cliff, you know she's gonna beat your ass. I said, no, she's not, because my mother's left-handed. So she's driving, my mother's right there, by the way. So I have a couple of jokes. If they're not, I hope they're funny, and if they're not, I don't give a fuck because I'm not going to see you no more. I wrote them down. Let's see what they are. Okay, I did that one. I did the homeless joke. If you're in a relationship, clap your hands.
Woo! Damn, just you, Mike.
I hate the dating part. Right? Because women are so demanding. They're like, I'm looking for a husband with good credit and a good job and big dick. And I'm like, sweetheart, that man doesn't exist. And if he does, he already got a husband. So, like, what are your standards? You know what I mean? Round of applause again if we have any kids. I have a 4-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter. I love him to death. But my son, he has a quick list, and I realized that it's beneficial that he's black fully, because I see an interracial couple here, and I realized that I couldn't date a white girl because not because I don't want to or I can't, but for my kids' sake. As you can see, I'm like black as tar, but my kids look like my wife, and I realized that if I had a white girl, my kids would probably look like her. And it'll be like a strange conversation bringing my kids to like what I do normally with my son now. So like, just have a white girl, and we have a mixed biracial child, and I'm taking him to, let's say, Foot Locker. And I'm like, all right, AJ, you can pick whatever you want. And he still has that list that he has now. Like, oh, Dad, oh my God, I'm gonna get all these sneakers. There's a black sneaker and a white sneaker. And... Right. The thing I don't like about having kids is that you gotta like pretend like you give a fuck about their life. You really don't, right? My son like came up to me and asked me like stupid ass questions. So I gotta like pretend like I give a shit, and then I gotta respond in a stupid ass answer. So he's like, Dad, if you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be? And I'm like, that's a good ass question. Cold War Russia. That's why I would like to ask. It's because of a superpower, like America is a superpower. So let me delete that joke. I just realized I watch a lot of porn. Freak ass. I realized that when a friend of mine invited me to a XXX Roman play. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'll show. And then I realized it was just 30 plays in a row. 'cause it's Roman and 3 X's. These are on my smarter owners. The other thing that I realized I watch a lot of porn is before we left the house, I spit on the lock before I put the key in. And I was like, oh, that's a little too much. But I don't like sayings or not sayings, slogans. I don't like that. My grandmother died 2 years ago, and we're like trying to figure out what funeral home to go to. And we went to this one funeral home on the south side, and he's like, oh, you know, we're gonna do it for this, we're gonna do this for her. And he's like, hey, if you have anybody that's dying, you get half off. And I was like, that's kind of fucked up. Like, my grandmother's died, like, where do you go? He's like, oh man, my bad, you know, we gotta like promote it, whatever. So he gave me his card. And on the card, I looked at it and it was like, we can't survive if you do. And I was like, yeah, we're not keeping that.
Oh my God.
Round of applause if you masturbate.
Nasty.
I'm never shaking your hands again. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get out of here. My mother caught me masturbating when I was 14 years old, and it went a little bit like this, right? Yeah, I know. Let's get it real. So, shit. There we go.
Working the pole.
So, dirty ass. So, she's cooking, and I'm like, okay. She's cooking, the food's not done yet. I got like a good 15 minutes to wipe one off. So I'll go upstairs, right? So I'm in the room, and we didn't have like real like cable, but we had like a fake cable, and like 99 had like kind of porn, but not really. So I'm in there stroking my shit, and it's like this. Right? And she's downstairs like, Cliff, it's time to eat. I'm like, Mom, I'm coming. Like literally, like I'm coming. Right? And if you're a guy, you can relate to this. So she busts through the door, and there's a point where you're beating off because you haven't came yet, but you can't stop, right? And she busts through the door like, "Cause I told you to come on, Mom." And she stood there and looked me in my eye the entire time. Right? That's not the bad part. The worst part of that is that she proceeded to tell everybody that I beat her off, right? My auntie called her and was like, hey man, what you doing? She was like, about to go to Walmart. She was like, for what? She was like, to get some Clorox wipes. She was like, why? Because Cliff dirty dick ass beat off and everything in the fucking house. That's my time to think.